Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to do the most concise judo instructional ever. Today we're going to do an entire system. We're going to go Ouchi Uchimata, sort of an idea, how to devise a system that's very, very effective and useful for everyone. Alright, so bow. We're not going to take sort of a power grip here, nor are we going to take sort of a low grip. We're going to take a very intermediary hand grip by the chin, by the collarbone. This is going to be very, very interesting here because if you are a Seinagi player, you could still go. And if you need to go high to pull the head down, you still can. Okay, so this is sort of like the sweet spot in the middle, and everything you're gonna do is gonna be off of this. First, hand goes up. Okay, when I'm in this position, my hand is connected right by the chin. I'm gonna bring my hand upward, so I'm pulling his body forward with my wrist. Kind of like I'm fishing here, bang. Fishing, and this hand I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Honestly, I'm gonna try to bring this person's hand down. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this hand down. If I could cut this hand, even better, but you know, sometimes you cannot, so we're just gonna keep this hand here. We're gonna bring it low. So from this position, we're gonna look at integrating Ouchi Uchimata together, but more so forcing this one-legged situation here. So now, if in an ideal world, he's doing nothing, weight distributed evenly, I wanna be able to just shift his weight back onto his heels, go chest to chest, clip this leg, and then take him down right here. Very, very rare that you get this. The reason being, when I reap this leg, he's gonna shift his weight onto this leg to keep his balance. Maybe he does this by taking a step back with this leg, right? Look, and now immediately he has all his weight on this leg. So how to finish this technique properly? Generally, we could do Ouchi straight back this way, 45 degrees to this direction, 45 degrees to that direction. We're gonna go sort of from the backside Ouchi first. When I enter Ouchi here, he's gonna shift his weight back and shift his weight to this leg. Now, this leg is up in there. From here, we're gonna cut back to the 45 as we keep this leg. We're gonna bring this elbow down. We're gonna lift this elbow to shift his weight onto this leg. I'm gonna pull this leg behind me and I'm gonna hop so that my support leg is gonna face in this direction. Okay, so that's gonna be my 45-degree angle here. I like to drill this right near a wall. So now look, if I enter straight back this way, I'm not gonna be able to take him back. So I'm gonna use it to reach to this 45 angle. You notice I'm going to this direction. All right, look, I'm entering here Ouchi. 1, 2, cutting this leg here, and then going to this 45. Notice I'm bringing my elbow down, lifting, and driving my body weight onto him. Eugene can still adjust to this and hop. I go here, he's adjusting. In this case, I'm gonna switch to the opposite 45 by bringing his chin to his shoulder. Before we went this way, now we're wheeling him back the other direction. I go Ouchi. Look, I put my hand on the chin here, I drive my opponent and pull the sleeve, so I'm effectively pinning his chin to his shoulder. Once we're in this position, look, I hop, lift, and drive his head to the outside of his foot. 2 finishing Ouchi positions, 45, 45. I can enter, cut this way, take it to the opposite side, okay? 45, 45. I could reverse this by going this way first and back that way. Okay, good. Ouchi, Ouchi, come back this way. Bang. Some tips here, making sure my elbows are tucked tight to my body here. I see this a lot. When you're cutting back to this 45, people entering and lifting the arm this way. It's gonna take you off balance. I wanna keep this elbow tucked tight. Entering here, and this is a great drill to be able to do. Hop, 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 hop this way, hop, hop this way. I put my body weight onto my partner. Okay, so we have now the cutback Ouchi and the 45 Ouchi this direction. Other things that you can do from there. Once you go into this direction, you have a lot more options because you turn this way. You can also go Ouchi to Osoto. All right, so I go here, Ouchi, Ouchi. I'm having a hard time finishing the technique here. Okay, I'm pushing and pulling. I'm gonna hop, hop, slide this leg to the outside. So now look, I could use my body and throw it onto my cousin here and finish the Osoto Gari. So I could go cut back Ouchi, 45 Ouchi into Osoto Gari. All these things have to be done from this position where you can manipulate his head. Pulling his head down this way, pushing his head that way. And if he can't manipulate my head because his hand is lower, that's even better. So I go here, cut back Ouchi, Osoto, Ouchi, Ouchi, Osoto here. You're not gonna get good at it until you practice it. So this is the pace that you should practice this at. Ouchi, hop, hop, back, back, back. Next portion of this is if I'm going Ouchi Osoto, whatever it is, and he's leaning back into me. Now, it's gonna be very difficult to cut back 45 or even go Ouchi Osoto that way. So I have to turn and then lift this elbow to go Kenken Uchimata. When I'm in this position, look, I put my hand down and I put my weight on my cousin here and I'm pulling this leg across and the leg goes up and I'm spiraling him downwards. So now you have 45, 45, Osoto, Uchimata, all of this one position. I'm going here, Ouchi, cut back. Right? Right? He's just sliding back. That's an Osoto situation. Okay? If he pushes back into me from here, now it's Uchimata. Not the most dynamic looking thing, but you know, it works. When I go Uchimata here, I could enter Uchimata right off the bat, and he shifts his weight up. Can't really finish it here. I can cut and finish the backside of Ouchi as well. Okay, that's another option. We're gonna learn how to drill this, and we're just gonna drill here. Oh, yeah, there we go. So we're gonna go back and forth. Maybe I cut this hand first. You ready? Cut. Ouchi Osoto. Bang. You gotta get really good at this position. Yeah, nice. You could also mix Kochi off of Uchimata. There you go here. Uchimata, you go Kochi here. So let's look at the entry here. I know we're kind of like mixing up the orders here, but it's important to kind of understand the general concept first, and then forcing this position comes a little bit later, I guess. When I'm entering Ouchi here, as I'm just slipping this leg through here, there's a moment where I'm on one leg, and if he swipes this leg across, whoops, he's gonna be able to counter me. You can mitigate this risk by being in better position. If I have better position, now if he swings his leg across, I can still kind of keep my balance a little bit. As opposed to if I'm in losing position, if I slip this leg in here, and if he swings this leg across, look, if he has my head, he's gonna be able to take me off my feet much easier. So that's sort of tip number one, being in good dominant position. Tip number two, whenever I go in like this and you're gonna swing the leg across, oh shit, okay, do it again. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that one coming, right? I staggered the timing. We're moving here, make it look like I'm going for a turn throw, hold the head down, cut the hand, and now look, I am entering here. And the way I did this here now is as opposed to just slipping the leg through here and then hoping it, look, I'm pulling his leg towards me here. So that makes it difficult for him to keep his balance and swing the leg across. Sho Osoto, snap down. Goes to side, look, back. So now I brought that to me, and now I'm in this position where I'm forcing that Uchimata. It's also very important to know when you're doing this drill with a partner, your partner's reacting. When he enters Ouchi here, boom, look, I'm shifting my weight to the outside, so he has to do something here. I'm shifting my weight into him, so now the Uchimata's there, look, I'm shifting here, and then he cuts back this way. Bumping that leg here first. This is gonna be right versus left generally. Enter in here, and then enter this way. It's the classic two-step Uchimata there. Another thing you can do here, when you're doing this kind of a behavior, maneuver, right? Ouchi, shifting, moving, circling, entering, this kind of thing, right? Now all of a sudden, he's gonna anticipate this kind of judo, and then you throw in some big direct attacks. Boom, big hook Uchimata. Just one shot Uchimata. I'm going Ouchi, Uchimata, attacking this leg constantly. He's used to shifting his weight over there. Oh, he's shifting that weight, so now make it look like I'm going for that leg. 1, 2, hooray. Taio even. So now we're mixing, forcing this position. We're making it look like we're gonna force the position, misdirecting it into a big throw, whether it's Taio, hooray, or you're attacking the outside. I've seen guys do this. Force an Ouchi, cut, Uchimata, whatever. And then they go like, boom, boom, Osoto. Straight into it. Okay, make it look like you're going Ouchi, force Osoto. The idea becomes standing in dominant position the whole time, right? You're fighting for position, feinting, cutting, adjusting, moving, forcing that position, make it look like you're going there, Taio, and just being good here. If you're better than the other guy here, ready, set, go, you're gonna have a huge advantage anytime you enter this position. So this is the whole system there for you, Ouchi Uchimata. So if you have a hard time keeping your balance, you start here like this. And if he steps out every time, you're not gonna develop that feel. And a great drill that I like to do is, I enter once and I go, and then he enters, and we're just kind of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So staying a lot of time here and getting used to this, and then putting the hand on the chin, cutting back here, Osoto, being used to doing this kind of 1-2 sort of a thing, being here and then shifting the weight where I'm putting the weight on the guy's head, maybe going Ouchi here. All those drills are going to help you extremely to develop this kind of a thing.